Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. We got a 3v3 for you here. This one's been sent in to us by Madara Uchiha. And as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it. So, who do we have here today defending Delinium? Also, quick note, this was sent in, I believe, before the update, so we won't be able to see the kill tally at the end of it. But that's no reason not to see some cool siege and land battles, right? We don't necessarily need to see who killed the most amount of men, although it is very nice to see. But I think it's more important to watch some cool siege action in the process. And then we don't really have to be too concerned about kills or anything like that, you know? So anyway, defending, we have Pixelated as Gete, Madara Uchiha as Iceni, and Nova 6 playing as Macedon. Attacking, we have Shibiz playing as Arverni, the Frog King playing as Carthage, and Simp Family 2221 playing as Seleucid. Oh, fantastic name. All right, start with Arverni here, see what we got going. And then work our way around, and then, of course, we'll get into the defenders. So, Arverni, as we can see, up close and personal, we got 4 Gallic Hunters ready to go. Of course, that's always... Wait. All right, never mind. That was wrong. I thought I thought Macedon had brought 2 wall artilleries. There we go. My mouth is working faster than my brain there. All right. So, 4 Gallic Hunters up front and center, ready to take out these artillery pieces. And then what we got here? Chosen Swords, of course. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Chosen Swords. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Oathsworn and 1 Noble Horse. Seleucids rocking what we got over here. 2 Citizen Cav, not exactly the greatest. A Game of Cav. Back line of Syrians, of course. Royal Peltists in the rear, including a general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess money must not have been an object in this one. Eastern Spears, best spearmen in the game. And then a bunch of Thorax Swords. 2, 4, 6, 7. Carthage is rocking with, what do we got here? 2 units of Sacred Band. 1, 2 Mercenary Samnites. 2 Noble Fighters. Gallic Warriors, another Samnite. Nope, Libyan Infantry. And then we have African Pikes. 3 Cretans, I would assume, of course. Balearics. Oh, no. 2 Cretans and 2 Balearics. Interesting. General's Bodyguard. Libyan Infantry. Carthaginian Hoplites. And up front, we have some Gallic Warriors. That rounds it out for the attackers. Let's move on to the defenders. And we'll start with Iceni, since we have right here some ambushers. They're not going to be in for a good time. But if he's quick enough, he could just turn right around and get into these Gallic Hunters and do some serious damage before Carthage has any time to respond. So let's hope that actually happens. What else do we got going on here? We'll start on the inner circle. 3 units of Heroic Nobles, not bad. Up here, of course, we have some Britain Slingers. We got 3 there. And then is there a 4th laying in wait? I don't see one, so perhaps... Oh, there it is. 4th Britain Slinger. We have, what do we got? More Heroic Nobles, Chosen Sword Bands, Ambushers. Why are you inside? Chosen Sword Band, Chosen Sword Band. Britain Scout Riders, ready to go. And then what do we have over here? 2 more Britain Scout Riders. I don't know why'd you put them over here? Do they have any siege equipment? No, they don't. I guess just the long con, you know? The long con of taking your time, making your way around. Because honestly, it's not always the best course of action to sally right on out. Because usually, I mean, look at this. This is pretty formidable. And if he sent out all 3 Scout Riders, they'd probably get annihilated pretty quickly. Moving on to... we'll do Gete. Gete is bringing Mercenary Axe Warriors naturally. Quite a few of those. We have 3 so far. That maybe appears to be it, actually. I don't see any other unit cards that could possibly be the Axe Warriors. What do we have here? Armored Spears, 2 units of those. We have Balksmen right here in the back. Dacian Heavy Bowmen, 4 units of those. Ready to go. Nothing back here. Okay. And then, of course, we have some noble swords. Diet Oathsworn, if you will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And where's his general? I don't... There he is. What do we have? Noble horse. Okay. Last but not least, we have Macedon. What do we got here? 2 units of pikemen, naturally. Just regular old pikes, not the foot companion. 2 units of shield bearers, a hoplite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thorax swords. Hoplites, 30 spears, and then I would imagine 3 Cretans, 30 spears. Hoplites. Right? Where's the rest of the Cretans? There got to be more here, right? Does he only bring... Oh, no, right here. What am I doing? 1, 2 more Cretans, and then just archers. No surprise. And the general is... What do we got? Companion Cav. Personally, I would have went with... shield bearers, right? Yeah, shield bearers. I would have went with that, but to each their own. Okay. That is it. We have 44 minutes, 1 second on the clock. Let's get this underway.
I guarantee those...
So, no... Oh, he doesn't even have them up here. He's just defending, so nice. Love to see that. Oh, they went forward! I would have turned around. These guys are going to get slaughtered. Yeah, they're already gone. Scout riders, though, coming on out. They're going to be able to chase CC. That's what I would have done. I would have came around. I would have tied these guys down, and then the scout riders would have had a better time of chasing them down. But it is what it is. Carthage is slowly but surely moving. I mean, the way that he has his army lined up, not exactly the best. This is choice for rolling shots through. I mean, I wouldn't even be bothering with the Eastern Spearmen. I'd be going after either the Thorax Swords or absolutely I'd be going after those Royal Peltas. It's a pretty close range, so that's what I'd be going for. Same here, too. I'd be... What would I go? African Pikemen, no. Libyan Infantry, no. I'd probably just be rolling shots through here. I mean, this is... Do they even have... They have the range. Did they move this? It has been moved. So they have the range, right? They have the resources. They have the money. They have the power. They could hit these troops here if they wanted to. Yeah, I would absolutely be taking shots off at the Sand Knights here. Too little, too late there, Seleucid. But yeah, I'd be going after the Sam Knights and the Noble Fighters here. Rolling shots right on through on an angle. Try and do as much damage as humanly possible. But there it is. Yeah, wouldn't be worrying about these guys. Oh, they actually managed to burn this down. How about that? They got it. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they got some kills. Well, will it tell us if we hover? No. And it looks like the artillery crew is gone as well, so we'll never know for sure. Scout riders coming around. Yeah, I think you had the right idea. I think over here would have been fine, and then just slowly but surely move them around so that when the attackers are fully committed and their attention isn't as focused to the outside of the walls, that's when you would have been, you could have struck. Unfortunately, the only downfall is that there's not much, not a lot of cover over here. I mean, I guess you could have gone around this way, right? Came wide, right around, maybe hid in the foliage here and then beelined it, but even still, that's a lot of open terrain to cover. They would have seen you coming. But hey, look, oftentimes that's all it really takes is for a sally out force to stand there menacingly, and they kind of can grind an assault of the walls to a halt, usually. How many guys do we have left here? 4, right? Full? Yep. Don't tell me they're out of ammo already. Only 11 kills. No way. That sucks. Oh well. Here's something you need to be careful of. Walls are coming down. Love to see it. Making a nice little breach here, but Carthage needs to be careful here. There's... I mean, unless he's just using the siege tower as a means to transport his troops without them getting shot up by the gatehouse arrow towers. I mean, it is happening anyway. But if he's intending to land his troops on the walls, but knocking these down, going to be in for a bad time. And I would... it's maybe what he's trying to do here. Carthage is not necessarily squandering time, but I mean, Arverni and Seleucid are slowly but surely moving forward. Hopefully, I would hope that Macedon will move his troops back somewhat so they don't get crushed by falling debris. Where'd the scout riders go? Kind of just hanging out. Not they haven't made up their minds yet what they want to do. Right. Moving way around. Way around. It's going to come out all the way over here. Okay, maybe sally out through that gate. We'll have to wait and see. Carthage has finally made it up to the walls. Wisely. It's not this one, right? Okay, yeah. So, not a bad move. I mean, you can move up this way to come down over here, but that's a lot of open space to traverse. You can already see Getae is anticipating that just in case. Walls have been knocked down. Gonna come over here and try and neutralize this gatehouse. Not a bad idea. One less thing shooting at you. Arverni is now knocking down the walls as well. And Chosen Sword just kind of hanging out at the moment. Love to see it. There goes the walls. Nice big openings. Troops are landing. Chosen Sword Band's actually going to make their way up. And honestly, I think a not too bad of an idea would... That looks like he's going for it. Maybe not. Getting the Noble Swords up here and then down the walls to sandwich these Libyan infantry. You might get shot a little bit, but I think that would be worth it to get rid of these guys as quickly as humanly possible. Because Chosen Sword Band, I mean, they have really good defense. Armor's pretty solid. Defense is not too bad. Just melee attack and weapon damage is... Well, it's flip-flop for the Libyan infantry, isn't it? 41 and 36, 33 and 40. I don't know, maybe the Chosen Sword Band will have this. And they're getting support as well, too. So that's, look, this is probably one of the most key things that you could absolutely do if you have troops up on the wall that are trying to thwart back siege towers, is to have archers or slingers support. That's one way you are guaranteed, depending, of course, on what type of troops you have up on the wall, that you will win this engagement. I mean, look, the Libyan infantry is already losing decisively as well. And Libyan infantry is pretty good. They're just a shade better than Thorax swordsmen, in my opinion. So they'll be able to do some pretty decent work here. Got some spears moving on up. Do they have? No, they have no type of shield wall or anything like that. They're trying to hold this. They don't want to take. They don't want to give this up, and I don't really blame them for that. Mercenary Axe Warrior is not doing too good against the Libyan infantry, and see that's where it is, man. You got to support your troops up on the wall if you want to be guaranteed a victory here. It looks like Getae is moving forward as Dacian Heavy Bowman to do just that, at least hopefully, I would imagine. Meanwhile, over here, Hoplites holding the line down against these Thorax swordsmen, doing a hell of a job too. Are they getting shot at? They must be, right? Or they're just getting supported really well. I mean, even these guys, they managed to worm their way in, but they have their hands tied with the Chosen Sword Band here, who definitely have... I mean, melee attack is not as good, but by such a bare minimum, it's not even funny. And then weapon damage, of course. Melee defense is better as well for the Chosen Sword Band. So yeah, they're going to win this. They will win this, unless, of course, Seleucid decides to come over here. Or even Carthage, but it doesn't look like what they're doing. They're one unit is firing, but they're just holding the line with their archers, which is not that it's concerning, but I don't know. That's interesting. Delinium 2, I'll give them this. Delinium 2 is also a very defensible city, any way that you look at it. I'm going to put it in slow-mo just so we can take a look at Delinium real quick and also not really miss anything that's going on here. We'll take a quick look. Thurio Spears obviously are losing. 57 kills. They probably used up all their jabbies. They should be in square formation. Remember, if you want them to last long, square them up. That's the best way to do it. But Delinium, yeah, this is, especially this side too, it's just choke point heaven. I mean, that's all that this is choke points and alleyways that you have to try and fight to get your way through. Honestly, I feel that you can't really get over here. You can't come this way. But attacking over here is most likely one of your best options. Over here, especially over here. At least here you have a lot of room to play with. And here too, these big courtyards can definitely be your friends because they're going to require more troops. The further up that you go, it's going to require more troops to hold the line. Even here, you could put one unit down here, stretched out, but there's still going to be a little bit of a gap. So you have to put 2 units here to actually hold. But yeah, Delinium is a tough nut to crack, and then you can attack from multiple sides here. So this, I think, if in the future, if you ever end up having to attack, assault Delinium, this is the way to go. Oh, look at this! It came out. I don't think Carthage has noticed yet. They haven't moved any troops around to set up a defensive line or anything like that. They are moving fast. They're tired, though, so, I mean, if they get into combat with something, they're probably going to break relatively soon. But yeah, this part of Delinium is, or whatever this map is, because Creative Assembly isn't that creative, and they just rebranded a bunch of maps. But this is, I think, would be your best spot if you're going to assault Delinium. This over here, not so much. It is just a heavy concentration of troops defending the city. Archers and slingers have a wide reach, and they can cast their net wide, so to speak. I'm trying to be poetic here. All right. Meanwhile, anyway, Thorio Spears not doing too good. I mean, they're holding against 2 units of Chosen Swords. But I think it would behoove maybe even the Armored Spears, Gete, to move his Armored Spears up and just plop them down right here and then get them into shield screen. But now that these units here are freed up, it would be a wise move for the Axe Warriors and the Hoplites as well to move forward, smash right into the rear here. I mean, it would have been... They still have this. So the smart thing to do here, I mean, they haven't used it unless it glitched out somehow, but the wise thing to do, 2 more Chosen Swords moving in, by the way. This could prove to be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I would come over here and knock this wall down. The falling debris would probably most likely hit these guys. I think the Chosen Swords would be far enough away so that they wouldn't take any collateral damage. So personally, that's what I would do. I'd knock down this wall, try and damage these Hoplites and maybe the Axe Warriors even a little bit more. And then you have another avenue to pour your troops into and try and do something. But right now, Macedon and Gete should really be moving forward to close this gap and also to attack these Chosen Swords on the flank. And there's only 119 guys left in this, but they can get in there and help. And unfortunately, right now, they are not helping Macedon. Of course, he might have his eyes elsewhere. I mean, Carthage is moving in force. Yeah, we can see that he's moving his troops around, so clearly Gete was... had his eyes elsewhere at the moment, so this, has to be forgiven. Meanwhile, over here, this unit of Hoplites still doing a pretty good job of holding on. They are losing decisively, 84 kills so far, but they're doing a pretty damn good job of beating up these troops here. What are you doing? This isn't even Gete's fault, this is Pathfinding's fault. I don't know why ranged units in Rome 2 just decide to, we're gonna get in there. No, you fools. There's no way they're out of ammo. There is absolutely no way. If they're out of ammo, then I'll eat my hat. Meanwhile, over here, Mercenary Axe Warriors holding the line against 1, 2, 3 units. Gallic Warriors, Noble Fighters already in the mix. And they're double bronze chevron. My God. Gosh, look at this! Carthage is not paying attention. Finally wakes up, it appears. Sending in... They have Carthaginian Hoplites right here. They should be... Yep, there you go. Get him on in there. General's bodyguard is doing what he can, but it looks like they're... Yeah, get them. Get these Cretans out of here. And the Balearic Slingers especially. That little AP damage bonus that they get. You definitely want to get them out of here. They're going to break away, though. They'll probably end up coming back unless they stay on them. Which, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to really pull this off yet. General's bodyguard is winning decisively. These guys are winning, but that's going to change relatively soon. Scout Riders moving, gonna try and chase down the mercenary Balearic Slingers. Hopefully they can get in there, do a little bit more damage, whittle those numbers down some more, so they won't be as much of a threat on the battlefield. But good on Iceni, taking the long road for the long con, and it did pay off somewhat. He managed to severely beat up the ranged units, and it looks like he actually got one to rout completely, so that's fantastic. Unfortunately, these units won't come back. Too close to the red line, they're going to make it there, so they won't be able to use them anymore. Which is a shame, because if these guys came back with 21 men left, they could absolutely get in here and most likely set these guys to routing once more. But anyway, let's see what's going on here. Oh man, this is getting tough. Again, I think it would have behooved Gete to get on up here and help his Iceni ally take on these guys. Libyan infantry, and what do we have here? African. Why are you doing this? Why? What? Here's the problem. Here, don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. Okay. These guys are going to be useless until you get all of them off of the stairs, off of the wall. They're going to be completely useless. Chosen Swordman taking on some another. Huh? Why are they not in pike formation? Noble fighters obviously are kicking ass and taking names. These guys need to call them up. Even better. Perfect. Switching them out, giving these guys a rest. African pikes are... what is going on? Ambushers moving forward. Let's see if he decides to boop right on by. It looks like that's what we're going for. Yeah, the Dacian archers would be better off over here, I think. Macedon's general move forward. Looks like maybe he did a buff. Battle rhythm on a routing unit. Holding firm though. Arverni is slowly but Macedon, what are you doing here? And how did we slip by here? I guess they're just kind of like filtering path. They probably set them to attack these guys, and then the Thorax swords were just in the way. Axe warriors doing what they can. 90 kills, not too bad. Chosen swordsmen are slowly but surely losing. I feel that the attackers, specifically our Verni and Seleucid, are taking too much time for getting their troops in, and Carthage is overextending themselves too much. They're putting too much effort while their allies are not putting any. At least that's what it feels like to me at the moment. I mean, Arverni still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chosen swordsmen that he could easily set. I mean, this is a unit of hoplites who are just hanging out here. These two units should be over here getting rid of these guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's going on. Still have 2 units of shield bearers over here who absolutely will be able to hold the line with ease. Once you get them in there, these hoplites. What am I witnessing? What am I witnessing? What is what is wrong with the pathfinding with ranged unit? It was always slingers always seem to have the worst pathfinding, but it really seems like the archers in this game have said, "Hold my beer, I can do worse." Cab moving around. To do what, I'm not really sure. This is... look, you know my thoughts and feelings on bringing Cav on a siege assault when you're attacking. I think it's a waste of time. At most, I think you should bring one unit of cavalry that is not citizen Cav. So... And then this right here. I mean, his guys are just getting shot. He's not even trying to come over here to silence this tower. That's... priority number 1. That's what he should be trying to do. These archers aren't firing. They only have 5 kills. They still have ammo. This is such a strange battle. Iceni's getting pretty beat up, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Oh no. Are we out? We must be out. Only 85 kills. Slowing them. Carthage has to be new. I mean, deep down, I knew that Carthage had to be a new player based solely on how he had his army deployed in columns, one right next to the other. Same with Seleucid even too. And then I didn't even notice these back here. He just dropped all of, like, why did you bring so many tortoises? Especially if you were only going to attack this. I mean, somebody could have came over here as well, and they could have been a delayed assault, right? Wait here, just menacingly stand here and wait while your allies attack the walls and hopefully draw away troops, and then you can make your way in. I'll give them this. At least they're not just all pouring into one hole here and trying to force their way through. I'll give them that. Hoplites finally gave out over here. Heroic nobles are left, or chosen swordband rather, my bad, are left to defend. They're going to stand here and hold the line against 3 units of thorax swordsmen. Do a pretty good job as they take some fire from... Who's shooting at them? Bretons? Somebody was. I just don't understand what's going on. Are these guys for sure actually really out? They are really out. This is an easy target, okay? This is an easy target. I understand that Iceni probably has his eyes elsewhere. This is an easy target. I wouldn't even waste slinger ammo on this. I would just send someone over here to deal with this. Ambushers are in the fray over here. Chosen sword bands holding it down, taking on the noble fighters and winning. They must be getting shot at, right? Or they were getting shot at, because they got their butts handed to them. 163 kills though, so they did put in some serious work. Carthaginian hoplites moving on in. That's not going to be enough. That is not going to be enough. And it looks like the pikes are still not in pike formation. Oh my god. All right, yeah. Carthage is definitely a newer player. It's okay. All right, look at this. Macedon and Getae being aggressive, coming after Arverni. They are winning at the moment, but you know what? At least they're trying to get in there, get after them. I would get these 3 units up. I'd move them up, especially the hoplites. Get the hoplites up here. Plop them down right here so you can hold. Arverni is... Are you pushing? He's pulling through. He's 100% pulling through. Come on, man. Look how far they made it. Oh no, those are chosen sword band. Still though, he was pulling through. Which is always a terrible idea, because you're just gonna lose more units than what it's worth. It's not worth it. Mercenary Gallic warriors, Libyan infantry starting to waver pretty seriously. 122 for these ambushers. This is actually real. They have a 67 melee defense? Armor's jack is so bad, but 67 melee defense is pretty impressive. And I can see now why they've survived for so long. I mean, especially he's pairing them up with another unit to support them, so that's why they're not totally being focused by the other infantry units, so they can really put that 67, that melee defense to use. There goes the African pikeman. Jeez, what a waste. Jeez, there you go. Get them over there. Get these guys. Get them out of here. Sacred Band have been put up on the walls. Also, again, in my opinion, I feel that spears don't do that well on the walls. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm not saying that they can't perform adequately, but I just don't think they have the same ability as a sword unit or an axe unit would on the wall. I don't know why. It has always felt that way to me, that spears on the wall don't do well. I guess I think it's primarily because spears on a wall are like this, when the spears really should be like that, in a long stretched out line where they can all kind of support each other, and then you can put them in hoplite formation or shield wall, shield screen, whatever. But here we go. Sacred Band going to get on in there. And they're going to end up getting shot up pretty well and good. Please don't push. All right, cool. So Britain Slingers are going to be gone. But hey, got this arrow tower here that is going to start ripping through the Sacred Band. And once they blast their way through the Britain Slingers, they're going to be tired. Maybe not exhausted. Definitely tired. And then they're going to have to go up against a fresh Chosen Sword Band. Meanwhile, Seleucid is just not having a very good time over here. Thorax Swordsman holding it down over here, getting absolutely swarmed by Libyan Infantry, Samnite Warriors, Noble Fighters. Axe Warriors here taking on some Samnites themselves. Falksmen? Well, the Falksmen haven't made their way in yet, which, honestly, not a bad idea. Where is the Falksmen? Unless they did make their way in and they just got shredded, which also is understandable because they have absolutely no armor. But yeah, so far, this is not looking great for the attackers. And again, you got to hand it, one, to the defenders for doing a good job of holding these choke points and not letting anyone through. And two, also for it being delineate. I mean, this is just, it's a tough nut to crack. It really is. So they managed to get a level up. They are winning, but they're active now. They're down to 103 men. They're slowly but surely losing. Honestly, whether or not that this was intentional, this is a genius idea, okay? All right? Your ranged units, they lose ammo. You know, they end up not having anything. They're kind of useless because you can't really send them in to attack anything. It's just kind of a throwaway unit. This, though, whether or not that this was intentional or not, this was a stroke of luck and or genius. Because what's happening here is he's making the Sacred Band fight these Britain Slingers. They can't pull through, right? That's bad etiquette. You can't pull through them. So now he has to fight and waste time on those Britain Slingers while the arrow tower is fighting him, shooting at him. And then when he finally breaks through the Slingers, he's got the Chosen Sword Band to deal with. They're down to 100 men. Chosen Swordsman is fresh and ready to go with 160 dudes ready to waffle stomp the Chosen Swords, or the Sacred Band. And here we go. Javi's coming in from Gete. Honestly, this is why I always take Fire at Will off of my infantry units, because you don't want them to accidentally waste. Because most of the time, they don't make it over the lip of the wall, and you just end up wasting javelins instead of actually using them. Carthage, it appears, has shifted focus, realizing that trying to break through here was a bit of a waste of time, but honestly, that's just freeing up Iceni to move on over and help his allies, opening up the flank here, and I don't know what these guys are doing. They keep getting put in. Did you see that? Maybe it's glitched. Or he just doesn't know what he's doing? I'm not sure. Modder, if you're watching this and if you know what happened, I would love for some insight. I understand that this was sent in quite a while ago, so if you don't remember, that's a fair point, but that is strange. I've never seen that happen before. It's like he's trying to put them in pike formation, but it's just not happening, so who knows what we got here. Sacred Band moving on in. Samnites. And it looks like now they're going to try and seriously push over here. Royal Peltis moving on in. So this now could be a little bit of a problem. Cretans up front and center. 202 kills. They're definitely out of ammo. They've been sent in to try and do something. 86 kills for the Cretans from Carthage. That's sad if they don't really have anything left. Over here, though, I'd probably start to move up some. I mean, it doesn't seem like they've been firing much at all, unless they're just waiting. These guys have been on this since the beginning of the game. And they're down to 80 guys. I so wish that Arrow Towers had a kill counter, because I would love to know in some matches how many kills Arrow Towers have actually gotten. Iceni seeing the writing on the wall, moving around in preparation for the inevitable breakthrough, if that does even happen over here. Again, I would like to see Macedon move forward their hoplites to help with this defense, but it doesn't seem safe. No, Get them up there. Get them up there. Have them hold. Thurio Spears moving forward. Hopefully throw some jabbies. Soften up these targets. And then get them in there and plop them into square formation. That'd be the way to do it. Cav coming on in, but honestly, they're not gonna do well. Sacred Band has either lost and or been driven off. I think they lost. So now wouldn't it be a bad time to either A, have the Chosen Sword Band come down here and just walk on down, or get down off the walls and come over here. This flank has been completely abandoned. They're all shifting now. This is the death throws. They're trying to do what they can. And we got to keep in mind, too, we still have 2 units of pikes here. Thorax swords. Plenty of noble swordsmen here. Fresh, ready to go. And, of course, we have some shield bearers who are here and ready to go as well. This, though, Macedon needs to move forward, I think. They need to... Because what he's doing is basically just consigning these Thorax swordsmen to lose. Consigning the hoplites and these Thorax swords to lose by deciding, I'm gonna hold here. This is where I'm gonna hold up. Not that it's a bad idea. Look, they're forming a pocket here. Okay, that's what it seems like. What's happening is that they're trying to form a pocket of javelins, which I get, but it would behoove them to hold here, and especially even to start focusing down over here. I mean, we got a lot of stuff over here that's trying to do something. Shield bearers have made their way over here. They're going to start to hold. Axe warriors, 47 kills. They're wavering. And now it's just going to be trying to hold these guys back. But Iceni, I think, should... Pardon me, I had to cough. I was about to say they should move forward and attack on the flanks, but that would just open them up to cav charges. So I can understand why they wouldn't want to do that. But here we go. That's right. Gete has their artillery on the walls. And now he's going to start ripping shots through. He's going to get into the Royal Peltas here. He's going to rack up some serious kills. Already up to 14. All blobbed up like this. That's why I think it's always a good idea, especially if it has an inner walls like this and it has a spot for artillery. Absolutely, at least one person should put their artillery on the inside. Because the amount of headaches that's... Hello? Light Horse coming out of the woodwork here. I didn't see those guys. Again, though, why did you bring that? You could have brought more Chosen Swords. You could have maybe another Oathsworn. Whatever. Yeah, there we go. Cav has come on in. I think Seleucid's noticed it, so they're going to swing on around. But I don't think it really matters too much. But I think that's probably what's going to happen here. Is he's going to come back on inside and either go after these archers here, who still have ammo, and slingers also still have ammo. Pulling out, neutralizing the gate, so that's good. Archers have come. What are you doing? You still have ammo. What are you doing, bud? 23 is... You still use them. Oh, well. There they go. Again on my own. However the song goes. So, this has just been a very interesting battle. Just strangeness all around. Oh, the pike's finally got into pike formation. Unfortunately, I think it's too little too late. It's okay, though. It's going slow-mo. Trying to take some shots here. Okay. Come on back. I'm gonna... This maybe? Please stop. I apologize if you get motion sickness easily. What do you think? go here. I think that looks pretty good. I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, look at that. Didn't waste too much time. Perfect. All right, back at it. Rally has been popped. Love to see it. Shield Bearers starting to take some serious damage here from, yeah, I mean, Seleucid played the long con with their archers, it seems like. Some of them still, I mean, this only has 98 kills, so they definitely have ammo. These guys did pretty good, 143. There they go. Shield Bearers are gone. There he goes. Macedon, what are you doing? Pull him back. Chosen Sword, and they're actually accidentally getting some collateral damage there, so that's great. Meanwhile, over here, Print Slingers definitely not having that great of a time. Heroic Nobles, though, going to slice and dice these guys. Pretty cool if Macedon decided to charge on in here with his cav, but hey, who am I to say what should be done? Meanwhile, over here, Royal Pelt is still in the game. But they don't have a lot. Is their general dead? No, he's right here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they still have the same amount, I believe. They had, what, 4 or 5 at the start? Arverni is now surging forward, trying to hold it down over here. These hoplites finally back in combat, losing decisively. No surprise. I mean, they're up against some Samnite warriors, so that's to be expected. Thorax Swordsman not doing too great. Oreo Spears, 4 kills. So they still have javelins. Really, they should be over here. And then they should be throwing their javies into the back of these guys. I feel like Arverni is continuously pulling through with his troops. And that's why it ended up with Thorax Swords surrounded. I could be wrong, though. But we did see him pull through once or twice, so. Who knows how many other times he's done that. Lucid appears is finally making a little bit of headway here. The Game of Cab doing a hell of a job, of course. Heroic Nobles, though, have a choice to make. They either need to come over here and deal with the Royal Peltists, or they got to come over here and deal with the Game of Cab. You know who could have dealt with the Game of Cab? Noble Horsemen. They could deal with the Game of Cab. They could help. Artillery, you cannot be out of ammo. What are you doing, man? Well, all right, I could see what he's doing. He's waiting. I mean, at this point, it honestly, at this moment in the game, with how much is left, I mean, the balance of power is slightly in favor of the attackers. I think if the defenders really wanted to, they should pull back, maybe. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, by the way, pro tip here for this. Sometimes, if you bring the giant ballista, right, and you place it over here, it absolutely knock down this wall. The only problem with that is that giant ballista is a huge target, and wall artillery could take it out if you're not defending it properly. Personally, what I like to do is bring the smaller ballista and keep it in reserve. Okay? I don't use it at all. I keep it in reserve. When we finally made enough headway and progress to, I would say, about this point, and where the defenders would be back here or in here, I bring the artillery inside the walls. And then do you know where I bring the artillery? Right over here. And then you knock down this wall. Because this is a death sentence. This is a death sentence. But knocking down the wall back here, that's just plain sneaky. And it works. So that is one way of doing things for Delinium. So, now after lots of brutal fighting, the attackers have finally made their way through. They're doing a hell of a job. I can't believe these hoplites are actually still here. That is fantastic. Game of Cav here is, or Companion Cav rather, smashing into the Chosen Swordsman. Just continuing to hammer and anvil as much as he possibly can. That's the way to do it. Hopefully he can get as many kills as he possibly can. Iceni over here is trying to hold down the line. Royal Peltas are exhausted. They probably had cracked the whip popped quite a few times. So it's no surprise that they're pretty tired. These guys are also pretty tired. So, Heroic Noble General, 164 kills, holding the line. Don't know what Seleucus is doing here, because he could easily break this guy. So, he's just snoozing on an easy win here. More Thorax Swords moving up from Macedon. Again, it would be great if Getae would move his general over here to take out these guys, because that would be a huge help. But it looks like Iceni is said, fine, I'll do it myself. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Man, Heroic Noble is doing a hell of a job here. What's their melee defense is 73, armor 75. What's the Peltas? Armor's 80, melee defense is 53. Their melee attack and weapon damage is pretty significant as well, but that's the only reason why they're holding on as long as they can, because their melee defense is... Never mind. But their melee defense is better than the melee attack, so that's why they were holding out so long. And these guys are crushing it, dude. I don't know how they're managing to actually win against the Sand Knights and the Sacred Band, and it says that they're winning decisively. And same with them, too, but it doesn't say that they're losing decisively. It just says the combat's... There it is, okay. I was about to say. These guys must have taken steroids, HGH, everything to be able to hold on. Meanwhile, over here... Yeah, like, come on, man. You guys missed an opportune moment over here. So it looks like Iceni slowly but surely is being thwarted over here. Unfortunately, they're not going to be lasting too much longer. Their general is gone. And with that is a slight morale penalty. And yeah, they only have, what, one unit left, really, which is the Slingers here. Or are fresh and ready to go. They only have 9 kills, so they have plenty of ammo left. But this is where, again, I think it might behoove them to fall back as much as possibly as they can. Fortunately, Macedon's pretty well and committed over here. But the big concern for me at the moment is just when they break through and then they can smash right into the back. I mean, Getae should really be getting his noble swords up front and center over here. I don't know why he shifted them. I mean, if they want to hold the line, that's all well and good, but it should be done over here. There goes the hoplites. 126 kills. Not bad. Not bad for those hoplites. Better than what I would have expected. Now, the only thing that they really need to hope at this point, and this is if... how many kills? 34. They definitely have ammo left. What about these guys? 10 and 2. So they have ammo. And that's going to be the issue. Same with these guys. They might still have some ammo left. They don't. Okay, so they're out. I would imagine that probably the other archers are also gone. These guys, Blarix, they are most likely out of ammo as well. There you go, bud. Get him on up there. Come on. Gotta help out. And he's trying to... this is not where I would be charging. Well, I wouldn't be doing that either. If I'm... The one thing that I'm going to be doing with this artillery is shooting here. Because there's not a lot. Yeah, they're about to waver, and they're going to be gone soon. And then this is just a smorgasbord for the artillery. So I wouldn't be shooting at these guys, because you're going to end up hitting your ally. Go after these guys. But I'm... You know, hindsight's 20/20. But even if I was in this game, I'd probably be telling Getae, like, hey, what are you doing? This is... these are softer targets, and this is the bigger threat right here. 78 kills, so these guys definitely had ammo left. That hurts a little bit. And again, Gete should be firing at these guys. Gete should have brought his noble swords up here to help as much as he possibly could have. 5 minutes left. Pikes are starting to move. But this is a lot for Gete to handle. And again, I think that the smart move here would be to pull back into the settlement, into the inner walls, but who am I to say? But this is not conducive. Remember what I said? I feel like doing cycle charges with shot cav into enemy troops is, yeah, it's a great idea, but if you're charging into the rear of your own troops, you're not actually getting any actual significant hits off on, you know, the enemy units that they're engaged in. And now you're pulling away. Here again is a perfect opportunity to use your shot cav to cycle charge into these units here, into the archers here, into the. I mean, this is. Come on, man. They're undefended. They have nobody defending them. You could send them on in. It's starting to get painful to watch now. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left. I mean, are these guys still have ammo? 67 kills. Again, I'd be taking shots over here. There are still almost full and fresh units of Peltis over here. Storax, the defense started out so strong. And not to say that they can't win this, because they absolutely could, but again, I think they need to come back over here. The pikes should not be moving forward. The pikes should be staying inside, in my opinion, should be staying inside the citadel walls, and everyone should be falling back as quickly as humanly possible. But, I don't know, what are you going to do? I guess this can't be a win. This can't be a win for the defenders. I think that they could have won this. But I think Gete just made too many accidental mistakes. Yeah. This is painful to watch. I don't know. Light Cav coming on in. I don't know what they're gonna do. There's not much they can really accomplish here. Again, I would not have brought. You know. Now Gete's general is getting into the mix, but this is dangerous. There's so much here that could take him out. Lucy's just kind of hanging back, waiting. Is he pulling through? Don't pull through. Oathsworn's starting to... There they go. What is he doing here, though? Oh, he's going after the archers. Not a bad move. Little Peltis. Probably going to get hit a little bit, maybe. But, I mean, if Seleucid could just push forward right here, and they could absolutely do some serious damage. I mean, this, of course, is a worry. But I don't think it's that much of a worry. I mean, Gete could be, right now, at this moment, firing right into here. And he's not. And because there's not too many allied troops left, except for his own general, who's losing decisively because he charged him into the middle of enemy troops. Go! Take him out! There's only 28, and they probably don't have any ammo left. I just, like, what... There's a minute left in this, and I don't know how is this going to play out? Does somebody just concede? Does one side start to mass waver and then break? I think this is going to be another odd ending where we don't actually like get a clear cut, idea of what actually happens here. I don't know. This was such a weird battle. It started out pretty strong, and then it was just questionable decisions from the attackers at first, and then questionable decisions from the defenders as well. I just lost for words, man. Very lost for words. Ten seconds. Gete definitely resigned. Gete definitely resigned, and then I think Macedon probably also resigned. 100%, I firmly believe that if they had pulled back to the second level of defense, that they would have had it in the bag. 100%. Once it started to go south over here, they should have started pulling back. And then it would have been no issue, I don't think. Because then the attacking force would have had to worm their way all the way over here, and the entire time they would have been getting peppered down by the slingers and archers up here, softening up their units, and then, what are you going to do? That's a shame. Let's see. Oh, how about that? So, let's see now. Pixelated getting 1,283 kills, 208 for his general. I mean, he got him in there, but then it was just a waste. 84, 66, 88, 26 for the Dacian Heavy Bowman. Again, I think he conceded, and then the AI took over. At some point, he conceded. 91, 154, 51, 91 for the Axe Warriors. 49, 46 for the Armored Spears. 6 and 1 for the Spears. 60 for the Falksmen. 54, 62, 23. 0, 97, and 24. Madara Uchiha getting the most out of everyone here. 2,615 kills, 174 for his general, 33, 100, 152 for the Britain Scout Riders. Not bad. 23 and 224 for the Ambushers. Well done. 87, 108, 35, and 64 for the Slingers. Chosen Sword Band, 144, 203, 150, 89, 145, 204. 189 and 282, 118 and 91 for the Rogue Nobles. Nova 6 getting 1,683 kills. 105 for the Companion Cav. 54 for the Archers. 225 for the Cretans. 0 and 0. These guys didn't even get to do anything. And then Hoplites. 87 and 130 and 70. 0 and 0 for the Pikes. 65, 107 for the Shield Bearers. 145, 48, 96, 98, 140, 181 for the Thorax Swords, and 43 and 89 for the Thorios Spears. Shabiz with 1,796 kills, 0 for the General, 0 for the Light Horse. See, this is a waste of money. Honestly, it's a waste of money, in my opinion. Again, you could have gotten more Chosen Swords or 2 Celtic Warriors out of this, and then this you could have gone with the Shield Nobles, and then, whatever. 43, 23, 4, and 34 for the Archers. Chosen Swordsman, 273, 24, 3, 155, 195, 46, 176, 205, 98, and then the Oathsworn, 79, 135, 146, 159. The Frog King, 2,189. Well done. I mean, if he was a new player, he did a pretty good job. 55 for the General, 99, 53, 53, 99. How about that, huh? 99, 99, 53, 53 for the range units. Pikes, 156, 49. Yeah, these guys are the ones that finally got their pikes down. Carthaginian Hoplite, 61. Libyan Infantry, 46, 33, 74, 125, 95, and 45 for the Gallic Warriors. 177 and 222 for the Noble Fighters. Sam Knights, 222, 179. And Sacred Band, 231, 115. And then Simp Family, 22, 21. 2,388 kills. 91 for the General. 81, 209, 142, 99 for the Royal Peltis. Thorax Swords, 133, 110, 181, 102, 107. 68, 167. Game Cav, 274, 50, and 40 for Citizen Cav. 152, 134, 126, and 122 for the Syrians, and then 0 for the 4 Eastern Spearmen. That's going to be it. Yeah, strange all around. Oh well. That's just how it goes sometimes, you know? Well, with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.